All right, it's December 9th, 2021. I'm your host, Jeremy Powers, and this is the Zenspath 4-Button Podcast, episode 55. We're doing 55. And joining me this week from lovely, far away across town.
So far away.
So far away. I never see you anyways, though. My good friend Caleb.
Hi, I'm here.
How
It's
you
me.
doing?
You know, same old, just sticking to work, doing random things, playing games, trying to at least, if I can.
We'll talk about that in a minute for what games you've been playing as well as what you haven't. But I did want to make mention, I know this is going to be a little different with the show because we'll be going right back to kind of cheerful and joking, but I wanted to mention the passing of my younger brother, Ian Brown, who passed November 18th from a brain tumor. It's one of those things where it's actually a little bit more difficult, I think, when I lost my mom, because you expect to bury your parents, but you don't expect to bury a younger sibling. And, you know, it's just, gaming was a big thing between he and I for a lot of stuff. World of Warcraft when we would play together. Mega Man 5? No, Mega Man 6, I think, when we were younger. We got a picture of it, actually, when we used to play that all the time. Just a lot of that stuff, but I miss him. And just wanted to make a mention of that at the beginning of the show. Not trying to down everybody, but felt it appropriate.
No, that's, yeah.
Yeah. So
I'm sorry for your loss.
I appreciate it. But yeah, so we'll go ahead and move on. I promise this will be a more cheerful show than this. I can miss him, but he still enjoyed listening to the show, so I want to keep doing it. But we're going to jump into what we've been doing, like what we've been playing, what I've been watching, stuff like that. And Caleb, since you are our guest, I will let you go first.
All right. Well, I mean, gosh, what have I been doing? Watching a couple shows, trying to catch up, got like anime to watch. Hawkeye's been a thing recently, so been watching that.
Yeah, I got to watch the newest episode. I can't watch it till Amanda's home.
It was pretty good. What I've been playing recently though, I've been actually very recently I'm trying to kind of start a backlog journey to where I'm going back and like finishing things. But that might not start till next year. I don't know why I brought it up. So instead,
it's almost next year.
It's almost next year. I have been playing this new, I guess you could call it a indie game. I actually don't know who publishes it, but it's called Century Age of Ashes. And if you've ever wanted to be like a How to Train Your Dragon character, this is a perfect game for you because that's basically what you are. It's like a multiplayer kind of giant arena where you fly around a dragon, shoot fireballs, breathe fire, and all the dragons have different abilities and stuff you can use. It's pretty cool. Very fun so far. The daily system's a little weird because you get like a daily key or something like that. It's kind of weird. So it like makes you come back like every day. That's like my only complaint, but it probably will make my list of top 10 game of the year kind of things because it's really fun. I've really enjoyed it so far. And then I've been playing Pokemon Shining Pearl. I haven't gotten far at all because I haven't played that much of it. Because I've just been busy. And then all my friends are playing Halo and I can't. I don't know why. I know everybody but me can play Halo. I've contacted the message board peoplers or whatever on the Halo waypoint. And then one of them literally said like, "Oh, we can't do anything for you." So I made another help ticket and I'm like, "You better."
So I'm just going to point out and remind everyone, this is why I like consoles better. It just works.
I don't know if this is specifically a PC thing, but like I don't know. I feel like if it was on console, I still wouldn't be able to play it for some reason.
I'm just going to bring you my older Xbox One X and just like see if it'll play on there for you. So at least you can join us.
It is. I don't know. It just like I was able to play 2 like full matches. Um, I've literally done everything that they've suggested. I've asked my internet provider if they could port forward the game for me, which they did. Um,
Dang.
nothing still works. I've even turned it on to like the lowest possible settings ever, and it just says no.
Halo Infinite potato mode.
Yeah, pretty much. And I can join a fire team. I can open up the game. I can start a match, but then like as soon as it tries to load a map or it says loading game mode,
Mm-hmm.
like it's kind of evolved as like before it would just be like, all right, loading up, and then and lost connection to party. I'm like, huh, all right. And then as the days have progressed, it has just slowly gotten worse to where it'll load the mode halfway, and then it'll kick me to where it will load the map halfway, and then it kicked me. And then now it won't even load the map at all. I'll queue up, and then it won't play. My
Lord.
wife can play.
What?
Yeah.
So it'll let her play, but you
Mm-hmm.
can't.
Mm-hmm.
What is she? Is she playing on the same computer?
No,
I'm about to say that would be really confusing.
that'd be funny. Then I think maybe my account's just soft lock, but no,
I mean,
she
like,
has
what did you do to them, Caleb?
she has her own computer. I wonder if I am just banned for some reason.
Have you
'cause-
tried just signing in on her computer and see what happens?
No.
At least then you might know if there's like a physical computer reason why it's not happening.
But it just doesn't make any sense. I could literally play every other game but Halo. So I don't know. It's literally every other game I have, every other multiplayer. Like I just said, Century, Age of Ashes. I
It's the
can play
Dark
that.
Souls of game installation.
Yeah, I just play that just fine.
God.
No Halo Infinite though. No Halo for me.
Wow. Infinitely annoying. So I'll go ahead and jump into what I've been playing, which ironically has been Halo Infinite.
Well, good for you. I'm so
has
happy.
been.
So glad.
I've been playing a lot of multiplayer. I need to get back into that, and it's been playing really well. I've been playing with John, my youngest son. He's been playing on PC some, as well as on my Xbox One S, my Xbox One X. And fun fact, you can use a mouse and keyboard on all of them.
Yeah, I would hope
kinda
so.
neat. Yeah, but I mean, even on the consoles, which is kind of nice. They actually let you do that. I don't on any of them. I play a controller like a human.
Mm.
I'm not a mouse and keyboard guy. I have
Filthy.
standards.
Filthy.
I have standards.
Mouse and keyboard's where it at in the first person shooter realm.
Yet I still win.
Oh.
The game has been
Blasphemy.
really fun. I started up the campaign last night. I only got to play for about hour and a half. And as soon as we're done here, I will start editing and playing Halo. Like that's just what's going to happen. So I can try and have this up by tomorrow, Friday the 10th. If this is late or early, tell me later, but I won't care. It's been really nice. Like the openings are rough. The game is more difficult. Like used to, you could play it on heroic, which was kind of the baseline for what they would design everything for. Now normal is basically heroic. Heroic is basically legendary, and legendary it just isn't happening right now. Like it's no. I died so much last night. It was like
just
okay,
one shot from across the map, and you're like, oh, how do I deal with this?
yeah, no, and it's a very big map. Like I'm not even kidding. Like that happens a lot. So it's been really fun. I finally got to the open world. I freed up one of the bases. I saved a group of Marines and brought them back to one of the spots, and then I kind of called it a night. So we'll see what happens from there. But so far, it's been really cool. I've been really liking it and running around on a Mongoose, a little four-wheeler ATV.
Mhm.
Just wah, wah.
I saw where somebody used a gravity hammer and they hit a mongoose, and then they used the grappling hook and they
Yeah.
launched themselves like across the map onto like this tower.
Yeah, they hit a warthog.
Yeah.
And through the warthog, they grappled it and then followed along with it. Everyone's like, well, this is basically just Halo Infinite is Breath of the Wild. Like,
Yeah.
physics are going to be broken in a way that Scotty would never understand. He's be like, you cannot change the laws of physics. Yes, you can. We have broken them. Momentum don't mean jack. Neither does gravity. So hopefully by next episode, I'll get more into that. Hopefully we'll have AJ back as well, because I know he's a huge Halo fan. And then hopefully you'll actually have played it.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
I mean, what I have played of it was fun, but I just...
Yeah, the single player does have a nice little different feeling than the multiplayer, but the multiplayer has been so good. Wish I could talk to you more about it. I'm sorry.
That's fine.
Next up, I finally got an Xbox Series S, which friend of the show and sometimes contributor to the show, Remy, actually ended up buying for me for my birthday.
Nice.
So he gave that to me today. We found a pre-owned S and an X, and we were each going to buy one. He finally bought the X so he can play Forza and Halo with me. Not to rub that wound in, sorry. But I wanted to get the Series S because it can be made into a really good emulation machine for a lot of stuff. Not even like having to hack it. It's something you can purchase for developer mode and run on a Series S or Series X. So I'm going to do that. And since it's a 1080p to 1440p system instead of a full 4K, I was going to put it in my room because I've got a really good 1080p TV in there. So that's kind of my bedroom console now. No disk drive, which is really weird and feels dirty to me, but whatever. I'll deal with it. I bought Halo digitally this time, so be it. And lastly, the other thing I've been playing, and this is me just falling back into it like a drug addict, Skyrim Anniversary Edition.
Gave in.
I'm back in Skyrim. I'm running around. I'm killing all the mud crabs. I'm playing as a dirty lizard man and like just crawling through the mud and swimming through everything. I have so much fun just role playing stupid characters when I play Skyrim. That's like half my fun. On the 360, I had like a knight, like I was playing like a sword fight knight guy. And then I had another profile when I moved over to Xbox One that was like all magic. Just playing around with that. On the Switch, I played just basically this muscle bound buffoon barbarian who punched everything. And then this time I'm doing kind of a stabbing I'm wielding a mace, clubbing everything with a mace while playing a lizard man with a little bit of fire. Like this. So I can't spit blood or acid, but I can shoot fire. So I'm doing that with a lizard man. It's just, I'm a tiny dragon man.
Close enough, right?
Yeah. That's half my fun of Skyrim is just acting like an idiot and just running around the world. I love it. So yeah. So that's what I've been playing. Got through that pretty quick.
Yeah.
All right. So we're going to move on to the news, which there's some good stuff and there's some really bad stuff.
Gosh, I don't know.
Yeah. This first one, I saw this and I was like, wow. Okay. This is not good. Senior Vice President at Sony Interactive Entertainment, George Cassiopo, has been terminated after videos are released showing him trying to visit with a made-up 15-year-old boy in a sting operation by People versus Preds, which is a group that basically sets this stuff up and tries to entraps people going after children. Like,
yeah.
And what kills me, the dude was wearing a PS5 shirt while he did it. Like, why?
Oh my
like that is the worst Sony marketing. Oh man.
I'll give you a PS5. No, see, that's awful.
Oh god, he might have done that.
I have an entire shelf of PS5s that haven't been snatched up by bots. Do you want one? Meet me here.
God.
That's terrible.
I mean, yeah. So Sony representative released the following statement to CNET, quote, "We are aware of the situation and the employee in question has been terminated from employment."
Good.
Yeah. No,
as it should be.
Yeah. People versus Preds told Kotaku this was released publicly instead of directly to the authorities because, quote, the police department doesn't work with cyber groups like us. That's when the internet takes over. They continued by saying that evidence has been turned into authorities. So he may still go to jail for this. I mean, he'll be sitting there in court, go like, Your Honor, I'll get you a PS5 if you let me go.
Do you want the highly coveted holiday gift, sir?
Knowing some of the judges right now, they'd probably consider it. Maybe. Oh, good Lord.
Well, I'm kind of desperate for one because, all the bots keep snatching them up because the way American retail works. Yeah. Do you want to pay an extra $200 to get in a line to get a PS5? Well, you could do that too. It's just, I hate it all. I hate it here.
Yeah, it's
the worst timeline.
The worst joke I've heard about this so far is people playing on Sony's Play Has No Limits, and they're just like, his play has no age.
Oh.
And I'm like, oh, no, it's so bad.
I hate it.
Also, this man should go to jail for a very long time. You do not screw with kids at all. Like, that's just, I have no hesitation on that whatsoever, especially if...
I can't believe, like, I didn't know it was such a widespread problem until, like, even, like, I knew, me and my wife, we knew somebody, and then apparently they got busted for it. And we're like, whoa, we knew this person.
Lord.
I know. I'm like, we knew this person.
You know what? Actually, I had somebody I knew that didn't live that far from me, and that we found out he had. But we're like, whoa!
I'm like, I don't understand why.
Yeah. Creeps. Anyways, moving on from an absolutely horrible crime to a more annoying one. Well, okay, that sounded bad. It's gone from horrible to this being just kind of annoying. I did not mean to say this is more annoying than the other. The other is bad. Take-Two Interactive has gone after the game It Takes Two and forced the makers of the game, Hazelight, to have to abandon the trademark they had on the game. Because I guess if Take-Two ever wanted to have a advertising slogan of It Takes Two, or something like that, they can try and take that. That's what they're suing about. But they're going nuts with power trying to sue everything.
This is dumb.
Yeah.
That really is dumb. And like it literally It Takes Two is basically right now it's been nominated for a lot of game awards, and you're really gonna okay.
It's so good though. It Takes Two is an absolutely fantastic game. I need to finish playing it. I got to find someone else to play it with right now. But the beauty is, if I just have to find someone with an Xbox, because since I have a copy, I play it, and anybody else, even if they don't own a copy, can play with me.
Really, that's cool.
Because it's the same thing for A Way Out, also, which is a previous game he did, which is like a prison break game.
Yeah, I remember.
But they require co-op. It's a split screen, like special way they do it, and you either have to be sitting together playing it local, because the screen is split no matter what you're doing.
Yes.
Or you can be playing it online and the other person connects with you and gets to play for free. They just have to download like the demo version and the whole game is there, which is great, So I'll just have to get you to come over to my house one day for a bunch of days and we'll play it until you get an Xbox, then we can play together.
I don't know when that's going to happen.
We'll figure it out. I'm sure you get paid well.
Yeah.
It's
all right.
So Twitter user @Ash_735 stated, Take-Two has gone on a rampage of trademark disputes. They claim that they own the words Rockstar, Take-Two, Bully, and all variants. Remember that slippery slope? They're even trying to claim at Hazelight's It Takes Two is profiting off their brand. And then Take-Two has been making multiple claims to the U.S. Patent Office for such common words as Rockstar, Mafia, Civilization, and even Star Rocks, whatever the heck that's supposed to be.
Never heard that one. Never heard of that last one right there.
I have no idea. But
I mean, yeah, you can't just copyright common words, can you? I mean, phrases maybe, but
I mean, you imagine if somebody was just like, we own the word podcast and goes after every podcast. Like, crap.
That'd be the dumbest thing. Podcast is it's a description. Or
I think Apple tried that.
Yeah, it's like a noun. Yeah, podcast is like a noun. Can you
Well, it's like trying
copyright
to
it
say
now?
you own the word radio. I mean, like you can
True,
make a
yeah.
radio, but radio is a type of broadcast. Podcast is a type of show. You can't just own that.
I copyright the word show, and now all the shows in existence are mine. It's like that's not how that works.
I'd say we're I'd say we're overblowing it, but I mean they're going after civilization for crying out loud as a
Yeah,
word.
that
Every
doesn't.
history class is going to be like, "Oh, we have a cease and desist. We can't teach our history."
You're gonna try to copyright the Yatu Yatu? No, don't.
So in today's lessons, kids, we're going to learn about the Roman civ. Oh wait, no lawsuit. Okay,
No,
the
oh, hold on.
Roman group of people together doing things and half naked art. Uh, that's the name of the book.
Gosh.
Oh Lord. So next up, Sony is rumored to be creating their own take on Microsoft's Game Pass.
Makes
this
sense.
this is per a Bloomberg source, and it's kind of weird. They're apparently doing 3 different tiers. So the basic tier is existing PS Plus benefits, which I guess is just you can play online, you can get updates, whatever, things like that. Tier 2 will offer some PlayStation 4 and eventually PlayStation 5 titles. Guess this would be beyond PlayStation Plus stuff unless they're limiting that to just online access, like I said. But then tier 3 gives you extended demos, whatever that's going to mean. I mean, you're going to make a demo and I guess you get to play it longer.
That doesn't make any sense. It's kind of dumb, but okay. Continue.
Game streaming. So they're basically tying in PlayStation Now
Yeah.
for that part. And classic titles ranging from PS1, PS2, PS3, and PSP.
That part actually intrigues me. I'm interested to see what they would even have.
The problem with these would be the fact that they would all pretty much have to be streaming games. Because this is supposed to be a service for the PS4 and the PS5.
Mm-hmm.
The PS4 does not have the power to emulate and run PS3. Like they'd have to do drastic differences to that because the PS3 was such a complex machine for how they designed it with the cell chip.
Yeah.
PS5 might be able to, but we don't know how well that would actually run. PS1 and PS2 and PSP wouldn't be a big deal, but they wouldn't be able to use the disc like you could for Xbox games. Because, fun fact, a PS5 can't even play a CD.
Does it still not have hard drive support? Have they not come out with one of those yet? I thought
Like an external hard drive?
yeah. Oh, or a disk drive.
No, it has a disc drive.
Okay.
But you can't, you wouldn't be able to take a PlayStation 1 game and put it in because the system can't even read CDs. I tried putting a music CD into it and it didn't know, it just ejected it. It didn't know what to do with it.
It said, bleh, I don't want to see it.
Well, it said it didn't know what to do with the disc. And I'm like, Sony helped make CDs and it doesn't even know how to do this.
May no understand what this is from different time.
Yeah, my Xbox still plays CDs. I tried that on my Series X and it actually played it. It's the most basic music player, but at least it worked. PS2, that's on DVDs. They could maybe work out something where that would work. PS3,
I think they're going to try to. It just sounds like emulation. I don't know if it'd be backwards compatible like that, but
yeah, that's what I'm kind of wondering. But a lot of it, I think, is because of the way it's doing this. I think it's going to be streaming for all of it, which I'm curious how that's going to actually work. Like, I don't really want to do that service if it's streaming, but we'll see.
Yeah, I know they're trying to push like the whole no more physical media. Let's just do streaming, but then I might as well just stop gaming at that point because I don't even own it.
I tried streaming like Google. I've paid for so much YouTube and Google Drive that they were like, hey, we're going to give you the ultimate Stadia pack. Like, we're just going to give it to you for free. It's their 4K HDR streaming kit that plugs into your TV, that the power cord even has an Ethernet jack. So I can be wired and do it with the controller and all that stuff. And I tried it and I played it in the worst case scenario, which was across the house from the Wi-Fi on a 1080p screen, just on Wi-Fi, playing a very twitchy game. And the lag was horrendous and bad. Like, we tried, but it was bad.
And yeah, that's the other thing. I'm just like, if I have to connect to the internet to play, I don't.
Yeah.
What happens, like, if power goes out or something? And I say power, but what happens if, like,
Another hurricane comes through and we lose internet
yeah,
for weeks, But like I tried it best case scenario in here in the game room, right with the internet router, and everything directly plugged in with a physical cable, playing on a 4K TV with everything, and it was a little bit better, but not enough that I'm like people trying to claim it's just like playing on a console. No, no, it's not. it's
which
it's
console?
right.
Which
We're,
one
we're
is
not
that?
trying to play new games on a 486, people. Like I tried it, and there were some games that were actually kind of fun, but I could tell the lag and I could tell a lot of that stuff. And I have good internet. I stream, we record the show, we do a lot of stuff on here, and it runs fine. If I can't play games like that, I'm very hesitant. So I didn't bother buying anything else. I was like, no, I'm not buying games on this because they wanted full price for them. So I'm wondering if that's what's going to happen with the. I guess Sony wouldn't be doing that because it would be part of their streaming service itself.
Well,
I just have to
also,
see how much it comes out to.
one more thing. I'm trying to think of, like, what other, like, PS2/PS3 or PS1 games, like, the ones that I've wanted to play are pretty much remade.
You
you
want Mega
know,
Man Legends.
yeah, or yeah, okay, Mega Man Legends. Like, I
Legends
think
2.
maybe the Jack and Daxter series, but
Those are on PS2 and they have the remakes on PS3.
yes,
If
I
they're going
have
to
the
stream
remakes
it, you
on.
might as well stream the PS3 ones.
Yeah, no, I have the remakes on PS3.
They're
So
so
that's
good.
why I'm just thinking. I'm like, I don't know what kind of games do.
Well, I mean, hey, with PSP, you can get actual Daxter.
Oh yeah.
That was a fun game, actually. I mock it, but I'm like, it was a good game. We can go back and play the old PSP Monster Hunters on there.
Oh goodness.
Oh, that'd be terrible.
I'm only thinking of the Final Fantasy Dissidia or something like that, maybe.
Well, they never made a digital version of like Crisis Core, which, by the way, was a really good game. Final Fantasy VII Crisis Core. I liked it. That was fantastic. And they were like, nope, disc only, no digital.
Hmm.
So you can't get it and play it on like Vita or something. So who knows? All right, let's see what other thing we got going on. So Kevin Feige has confirmed that Charlie Cox, who played Daredevil on the Netflix series, will be returning officially as Daredevil in the MCU.
Wow.
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 Wow. During an interview with Cinema Blend, Feige stated, quote, if you were to see Daredevil in upcoming things, Charlie Cox, yes, would be the actor playing Daredevil. Where we see that, how we see that, when we see that remains to be seen.
Haha, because he's blind. I get it.
Okay, I had not made that joke, that connection until now. Wow. Caleb, ladies and gentlemen. Just
It's me.
I'm done.
There it is. He's done already. I was waiting for this.
I'm having flashbacks to the old days now. I forgot about some of your jokes. So this is awesome because I thought Charlie Cox was absolutely phenomenal as Daredevil in the Netflix series. He played the role well. He did the lawyer stuff well. He played a blind guy well. So I'm glad to see that coming back. We don't know what the connection's going to be. Like, is it going to be just he's recast and we're just acting like Netflix never happened? Are we picking and choosing from the Netflix stuff? But I'm guessing he's going to come back. He's either going to show up in No Way Home as a lawyer for Peter. That's the most obvious and explains why he's being coy about when and where.
Yeah.
Or he'll show up next year in the She-Hulk Disney Plus series. Because, I mean, it's a lawyer. It's a lawyer show. Him showing up as a lawyer would be just perfect.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
It probably would be next year.
Well, She-Hulk I know is next year. They said that.
Yeah.
But if it's sometimes the most upcoming thing, I think, will be No Way Home, which is in what, a week or two? Terrifyingly, yeah.
Yes. Actually, next week.
Oh God.
Yep.
Time is going so quickly. My
Literally
life is just going away.
a week from this recording, actually.
Dang. So 6 days from when you guys hear it, because this doesn't go up till Friday. So yeah, we will wait and see on the next shows when that arrives. What we won't see on a next season is Cowboy Bebop.
Wow.
Netflix has announced officially today that they have canceled the live action Cowboy Bebop show, even though they had articles and stuff coming out about how they were prepping for season 2 and what they were going to do in season 2. They just decided to drop it, which
Why?
sucks.
I thought everyone thought it was okay, at least.
It actually had really good streaming numbers the first week, and then it dropped down the second week, which, I mean, of course, because you released all of it, people watch it in a week and then you don't.
Yeah.
That's how that works.
Maybe they just wanted more from it, but
they wanted people to continuously stream it and more people to watch it, even though they had really good numbers, because they said the cost was a lot. That show was very well made. They did do a lot of intricate detail and things like that. I liked it. I thought the show was actually very well done. So, did you watch it at all?
no, I haven't gotten the chance to get around to it. But
Heads up, kids, there's naked people in it.
what?
Yeah, some people got kind of surprised. Like, why are there naked people? I'm like, did you ever watch Cowboy Bebop? It was not exactly kid friendly, guys.
No, not kid friendly. I don't ever think anyone was naked in it, but we saw, but
boobies, yeah, whatever.
You know,
we all like him. But yeah, I don't know what that noise was.
I don't know either.
Did you hear it?
Yeah, it's like rah, rah, rah.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyways, I'll edit that out, or I'll just leave it in. Who knows? You guys can laugh and figure out what
leave it in.
So,
Ghost. I had something going on earlier too. Something in my headphones. It was like, I'm like, what in the world?
Are they flirting with you? Like what?
I don't know. I was like, I'm afraid for my life.
So, anyways, Cowboy Bebop. I liked what they did with the show. They were converting over the anime to a live action format. They ran with it. Like they did a lot of the visual stylings. The casting I thought was really well done. The ending was a little different at the very end. It kind of changed some major story beats. But the second season, they could have continued the other part of the stories they didn't do, as well as be able to kind of move beyond the anime. Like they might have been able to actually make it a series and extend the world out from what that was. Because this was kind of like Cowboy Bebop with an alternate ending to continue, you know? So I was taking it as its own adaptation instead of just a copying of the whole thing. This is one of the rare chances someone will get me talking about anime. I don't watch that much. I need to watch more. I told Amon he needs to start assigning me shows to watch, and then we can talk about it and laugh at it.
That's dangerous. That is a dangerous game you're playing right there. Are you sure?
Playing with fire. He's like, Amon, tell me what to watch.
You're not playing with fire. You're playing with the sun itself when you ask him that question. He will drop so much on you. You don't even know.
Start off with this, and I'll be coming back. What did I watch?
Why? Why did that happen?
Well, like the anime that I used to watch is like the old school stuff. Like I was, watching Ninja Scroll, and I remember watching Cowboy Bebop back in the day. Of course, I watched Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z when that originally came out for a lot of that stuff. Akira, like a lot of that old stuff. Bubblegum Crisis, I'm the old school guy.
Times have changed.
Oh, I'm aware.
It's
technically Voltron and Transformers count. Kinda.
Well, that's like saying Avatar: Last Airbender also counts as well. If those
they were both Japanese shows, though.
Well, they were animated in.
No, they were animated in Japan.
Oh, okay. Well, then, yeah, it technically counts then.
Yeah, because Voltron was originally Go Robot, and the Voltron, the Lions one, was actually like the second season of the show originally, like a different part of it that got converted over before they brought the cars in, because the cars were the original in Japan.
Yeah.
Dropping the Voltron knowledge here. Yes, I'm an 80s kid. How did you
No,
know?
no, there were so many like shows that I like or cartoons that I thought at the time that I grew up with that are like turns out to be anime. Like like anything on 4Kids. I had no idea.
Yes.
This one actually religious show I used to watch, it was a cartoon, was actually an anime. I'm not even joking, and it was called Superbook, and it's where they would go in the Bible. These kids and a robot
What?
would go in a Bible and like have adventures in the Bible, but like it was anime. And I'm like, so Jesus is an anime character? Oh, it's amazing.
It's kawaii Jesus. Sorry. Oh, woo.
Kawaii desu.
Okay,
Ohayou gozaimasu.
I had to look it up because I was kind of wondering. There's a show I did watch as a kid that not everybody knows about. Apparently, it is American made, so it's an American animated show. Silverhawks.
Silver Hawks. I gotta look it
Yes.
up now.
You're gonna be like, what is wrong with this man? Because I used to watch this a lot, and I was wondering if it was originally American or Japanese.
Oh.
I think Thundercats is another one that was American that feels like it should be anime.
It looks very much like Thundercats, especially that person in the orange suit.
Oh, the little orange one?
Yeah.
Yeah, he only whistles. He can't talk.
Interesting.
I love that show, okay?
No, it looks. Wow.
We should have an episode where we just get together and talk about a couple of our favorite cartoons when we were kids, just to get the differences between our ages.
That'll be fun, I think.
Because I'd be bringing up some stuff. You'd be like, what is that? I was like, oh, that's right. It was already 20 years old by the time you watched it. Born in the 90s. When were you born?
92.
Oh, God. I was in 7th grade.
I said, wait.
And I said, I don't want to go to school today. I'm going to go play my Super Nintendo. Or my Nintendo.
You guys.
92 was the NES. I didn't have my SNES yet. My SNES.
SNES. No SNES yet.
Yeah, we'll definitely have to wander into an old cartoons we remember. Because like Mask, that was another one. Anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't know these. I guess they were all American, but not.
So. I think I would know a few.
I could start singing the songs. Back when cartoons had really good opening songs, and then SpongeBob came out, and that one was actually pretty good.
Yeah, nowadays they don't do openings anymore. It makes me sad.
Yeah, they do for some, but yeah, not as much. So something else that makes me sad and remembering my childhood, lead architect for the Famicom and Super Famicom, that would be the Nintendo Entertainment System and the Super Nintendo Entertainment System here in America. Masayuki Uemura has passed away at the age of 78 on December 6th. So that man built a console that I very steadily can say changed the world. Like the impact of the NES is just unfathomable for the entire industry that we're part of now. I don't think any of it would exist without that console right now, you know? He retired from Nintendo in 2004 to become director of game studies at Ritsumeikan University. I apologize for how I pronounce this stuff. I'm white, and I can't speak Japanese.
That's no excuse, Jeremy. Just kidding.
You've heard how much anime I watch. I have no training, okay? Because I also watch dubbed.
I don't know, Ritsumeikan. Yeah, Ritsumeikan sounds about right.
But even you at your younger age, like I pick on you about that being born in 92, but you know, the NES and the SNES are probably part of your childhood.
There is a picture of my me in my father's lap as he played the NES. So
there's a picture of me my mom took that I found recently, and I don't think this will ever show up on the internet because it would be horrible. Me as a little kid, mind you, this is probably 3rd grade, 4th grade, sitting on the toilet reading the Super Mario Brothers instruction manual.
Oh,
And my mom just popped in. I'm sitting there pants down on the toilet with this look of terror in my eyes as she takes a
Mom,
picture of me. And I'm like, trying to cover myself.
Mother, please.
And I'm like, this could be funny, but I don't want that image on Twitter.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm ready for this. I'd be cropping some stuff out. Maybe we're just going to edit that in there. But, yeah. So the NES, when it first came out, I remember hearing about it later on. It became the schoolyard thing to talk about. And I got one early enough that it was the gray Zapper, but it was the later one that had the Super Mario Brothers and Duck Hunt. Because the original system only had Duck Hunt. It didn't come with, and also had Gyromite, but it didn't come with Super Mario Brothers. That was not an exact release day game. You could get it shortly thereafter, but I don't know. There was a couple of interviews that were done by Jeremy Parrish over at Retronauts. He actually talked with Mr. Uemura a couple of times. He got some really good stuff, and then there's a few other authors that had some really good kind of histories for it. And thankfully, people had the forethought to talk to him and get these stories about developing the NES, developing the SNES, the stories behind when Nintendo came up with these ideas. When Yamauchi apparently was drunk, and he would call him sometimes to tell him ideas. And he said he wanted to build a console with a cartridge. And he thought he was just drunk and messing with him until he came in later and said, "Hey, that thing we talked on the phone, go ahead and do it." And he's like, "Oh, you were serious? I thought you were drunk." And so he had to start building the NES. So yeah, he helped develop a lot of these things and basically built out most of my childhood for a lot of that. I still have and still work on NESs to this day and absolutely love playing them. So yeah, he will be missed.
Yeah, I did see Sakurai put a tweet out because I follow Sakurai on Twitter. And I was like, oh.
Yeah. All right. So we got one more real story, and then we're just going to talk about a couple of the things that have been going on with the Game Awards that are going on right now while we're ignoring them recording the show. We got a couple of weird highlights, but
yeah.
I'm just like refreshing Twitter just to see what's going on. Though, have you ever heard of a Twitter account called The Hard Drive?
Oh yeah. That's hilarious.
Yeah, it's part of The Onion. I just noticed a tweet they had. Ad blocker makes Game Awards 7 minutes long.
I don't know how they come up with those titles, but it's just some of the funniest things.
They don't miss.
They never miss.
Oh man. Who does miss is Ubisoft, because they have announced Ubisoft Quartz.
Ew.
Yeah, it's soft quartz. It just sounds bad.
The name of it is just ugh.
Maybe it's just how I say it. Ubisoft Quartz.
Yeah.
I don't know how to take that. He just doesn't like how I say things. Ubisoft Quartz. That's funnier at least. So this is launching for Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Breakpoint, which is ironic as hell because for a lot of people, this is the breaking point.
It really was.
Coming out December 9th. That would be today or yesterday, the past, for those of you listening to it in real time.
Wow.
On the 10th. Allows for the purchase of digits, which are in-game cryptocurrency to purchase items in limited run drops, then be able to sell them later.
I hate all of it.
Yeah, they had a trailer up for this. Caleb, you had added in a little bit of a note about it.
I did, because I learned about it. I laughed.
Yeah. What is this note?
They have since unlisted the trailer after receiving, on their end, 95% dislike ratio.
It's so bad.
That's like, we can't see it because YouTube took away the dislike button, but they could still see it, and they said, "Yikes!" They took it off.
just so bad. Like, just this whole cryptocurrency thing and blockchain and all that has become so pervasive in a lot of things, and it's just such a waste of power and the amount of stuff it requires to run it in air quote mine for these numbers. It's a really expensive scam as best I can tell for a lot of this stuff. And I'm sure I'm going to hear from some crypto bros. You just don't get it.
You don't like my Lazy Lion NFT? I paid $2 million for it. I'm like, those are ugly. I hate them all.
I have an NFT and I own it. Yeah, I have a 3D printer and I can own what I make, whatever, you know. It's just not that big a deal. Like the crap.
I don't get it. I don't know. I too have a friend who's like really into NFT and crypto, and he's like, invest in it and buy your own NFTs in crypto. I'm like, no. Maybe I'll invest in it. Maybe I need to have some kind of passive income. I need to invest in something. But no, I'm not buying I'm not buying my own cryptocurrency or NFTs. Not happening.
Yeah, we don't need that mess. That's just terrifying. But hey, tomorrow you get to give us some money for Zenspath coin.
Zenspath coin? Where can I sign up? It sounds like the latest, greatest coin to come out.
And if you want the retro version, only available through Caleb and I, we'll do the Nerd Edification coin.
Available. You can use it at limited time.
You can use it at Gulf Coast State College to pay for classes. Caleb's like, no.
Nerd Edification coin supported at your local state college, only in Florida or whatever. It's
not a bad college. I liked it. So, oh, that's funny.
No, it doesn't excite me at all, and I don't
like the idea behind it. Like, it's just another thing for companies to dive into, and I just think when it gets pervasive into gaming, it's just going to be that much worse having to keep up with this stuff.
I constantly see an ad on my YouTube because I don't pay for YouTube Premium because I'm a sucker, I guess.
I do.
I know. I'm the only one who doesn't pay for it. But like, there's this.
You don't play for Nintendo Switch Online either, but
well, look.
You're welcome, Caleb.
Thank you.
He's on my family plan.
Amon
figured that out, and he's like, "What? That's how he pays for it?"
Pretty much. But there's like this whole like, there's the first fully NFT game. Play the game, earn NFTs, sell them. I'm like, this game doesn't even look good. It looks dumb. It looks like Fall Guys mixed with like Call of Duty or something, but it's like on mobile. And it looks awful. It's just, I don't remember the name of it, but it's terrible. I hate it, and I skip it every time.
Yeah, it's just every time the conversation comes up, I'm like, all right, cool. You guys have fun talking about dumb stuff. I'm gonna go do other things that are real.
It's just boring. That's all. Like, it's not exciting to me. It's just boring. I'm like, I would like to not be here in this moment.
For the first little bit when I started hearing about it, I'm like, okay, this could be kind of interesting because I was thinking it was just a technology thing going on. But then when you find out what all it takes, how much power it uses up, and all the stuff it generates, and what you have to do to farm this, and then also the fact I can't buy a damn graphics card because of this.
Yes, that is the other reason why I hate.
Before we had the shortages, we had that shortage. So this is just a shortage on a shortage. I'm done. Like, I would like to upgrade my 1070 Ti. I would love to have ray tracing and actually play it on my computer some. Even though I'm not a big computer player, I wanted to do it, but I'm like, nah.
Nope. It goes back to the bot problem also.
Yeah, does not help.
Nope.
So Ubisoft, you can take your quartz and, well, shove it.
Take your soft quartz and put it.
It's fully fungible. Lastly, though, hey, we might actually stay within an hour on this show for once.
Maybe.
Around that time. I'll talk a lot. So we're going to cover just a couple of the things of the Game Awards that apparently it's ended. And also, sad to say, Nintendo and Square didn't show up.
Huh.
No Nintendo announcements, so no Metroid Prime 4.
Oh.
No Metroid Prime Trilogy.
Mm.
No Metroid Prime Kart. No Samus Cooking Mama.
No Samus Cooking Mama. Oh, no Samus in Fortnite.
Oh God! If that ever happens, I will
We
buy
were
that.
so desperate for anything Metroid. We're like, please let Samus be in Fortnite. That'd be cool. And then it didn't happen.
Samus could be in Mario Kart and just be the ball, and I'd be happy. Like it's just her as the morph ball rolling
I
around.
would love that.
And the only item you get is bombs. It's like different flavors of bombs. That's it.
You'd get the speed booster, bomb, and then power bomb, which literally nukes everyone in existence around.
Well, you get speed boost. You look like the speed boost when you hit that. If you go up on the wall in Mario Kart 8, you look like the sticky ball from Metroid 2.
Yeah.
Oh my God, we could actually make a cart out of Samus as a ball. It would work.
Time to get to modding, I guess.
You know, I'm not a biggest fan of DLC, but I would buy that like, in a heartbeat. I mean, they put F-Zero tracks in there. Give me some Samus. Why not?
I know. I was like, y'all just mean. You put F-Zero tracks in here.
Yeah, they're like, you guys want F-Zero?
Yeah.
Nope.
Aw.
Suck it, nerds. So these are in no particular order because I just threw them in here when we're doing it, but I want to get your thoughts on this. Did you see any of the announcement for Sonic Frontiers?
Yes.
This is the first open world Sonic game. But go ahead, Caleb.
No, I was saying, me and Amon are both like Sonic fans, and we know like the stipulations and everything that comes with it. Like we understand. We are, you know, we agree to some of the things. So we are actually kind of excited for this. It looks pretty good. Still wish we saw more gameplay. I would like to see Sonic running through whatever, but we didn't get that. I don't know. It's gonna have to do a lot or do something really well.
What scares me is if you're running really fast, that means your world has to load in really quickly. Mm-hmm. Okay, PS5, Xbox Series X, Xbox Series S, PC, they can handle that. I'm really worried about that Switch version.
I don't think there's going to be a Switch version.
No, it was on there. It said Nintendo Switch, and I was like, ooh.
I was freaking out. I didn't even look to see what it was.
Almost none of the games that I saw trailers for, most of them didn't even show what system they're for. So it's like arguing over what's going where.
Yeah,
which is funny.
I wonder because since Kingdom Hearts 3 is going to be on Switch, but they're doing a stream version of it for the Switch, and I was like, I wonder if Sonic's going to do that.
Oh God, I hope not.
I know, I'm just kind of cringing about it. I'm like,
that fast of a game possibly on streaming with that lag. Oh, it's going to be terrible. So I'm hopeful. It looks nice, but I'm not going to lie. I am still 1,000% more excited for the open world Kirby game that's coming out next year.
Yeah. I'm so ready. I'm so ready for it.
It's adorable post-apocalyptic Kirby. It's like Fallout with love.
Which Kirby will inevitably slay another elder god because he too is an elder god. The Kirby lore is messed up, man. Yeah. I looked into it. I'm like, holy crap.
War
Sakurai.
War never. Poyo never changes. Man, that game just looks so good.
Why?
He was the only one to survive in Ultimate. So, I mean.
He is an elder god. I'm telling you.
Kirby's just like, oh, you messed with me? No. Oh. Yeah. So next up, this is a big series that I really enjoyed, and I haven't seen the trailer for it yet, but I've seen a lot of people basically lose their crap over it, which made me happy. Alan Wake 2 has apparently been shown and announced.
Yes.
No idea what system it's coming out for. I only saw one screenshot, and I was like, hey, it's Alan. And that's all I saw.
It looks really good. I only know of Alan Wake because Kyle made me play it for a couple of years ago. The first game for like my spoopy game videos or whatever.
Good choice, Kyle. Good choice. Good man. You did it.
So I was like, ooh, Alan Wake 2. Yeah, let's go. Because didn't they remake it or something? Or they did like a
They
reboot?
did a DLC, and then it's also now backwards compatible, so I can play it on my Series X and enhance a lot of stuff. I think there is a remake still coming out for it for the original game.
Hmm.
But like, I remember the year this came out, Amanda and the kids actually bought me the collector's edition for Father's Day because it comes in a book. Like, it looks like one of his published books. It even opens up and you can read part of it. And then that
Oh,
opens up and the game and stuff's in it. And then it has an actual book inside of it of all the text he wrote in the game that you can read. Like, it's a really cool little collector's edition because it looks like it's a signed copy of his book too. Like, he signed it. It's just great.
that's pretty cool.
Um, one of the things that popped up all of a sudden right before we started recording, and I just kind of, I knew what it was when I saw it, but I wouldn't believe it until they gave it a title. Among Us VR coming to PlayStation VR and Oculus Quest.
I hate it. It's the worst timeline.
I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna do it.
Nah.
What's gonna be great is if it's compatible somehow with normal Among Us. I'll be moving around all weird in the game because you're playing from your perspective with your hands out doing the stuff. So that's going to make this a little bit trickier because you won't have a bird's eye view. Of course, I guess you really didn't before in Among Us. You could only see line of sight because it would
Yeah.
darken out what wasn't there. I don't know. They kept the art style. Like, it looks like you're playing 3D versions of the scribble drawings, which is cool.
Gosh. I'm going to have to say after we get done, I'm probably going to watch the rest of it. I'm going to be like, what in the world am I looking at?
You know what? I'm going to commit right now. I will buy this on VR just to be the guinea pig and see what's going on with it. I think this is going to be weird.
I look forward to your report, sir.
It's great.
It was amazing. I stabbed a 5-year-old in the face.
Oh, man. It can't be as nauseating as Resident Evil 4 in VR, which is fantastic, and I can only play like a level at a time before even I'm going, okay, I'm done. Oh, I'm done. I'll play later. All right. The last thing that popped up, and I actually delayed the show a couple minutes because I saw an announcement and had to watch this real quick. Star Trek Resurgence. It looks really cool. The trailer started off with a next generation era shuttlecraft leaving a ship, which looked kind of like an Akira class. Only like 5 people I know are going to even know what that's about. The uniforms look like later Deep Space Nine era, or maybe Next Generation movies from like First Contact and Nemesis. They had Spock in it in the trailer. Looked like Leonard Nimoy, depressingly, because he's been dead for years, with a really bad voice actor mimicking him. And you're just like, oh, no, you could have gotten any other Vulcan and just be like, I'm here as an envoy from Spock, not, don't drag Leonard Nimoy through this. The man did too much to deserve this.
Yeah.
But I don't know what system this is going to be on. I couldn't even quite tell what it was. It's from some of the people from Telltale, so it kind of looked like it might be a third-person action game, but also a Star Trek Telltale story game.
I could have sworn they did that already, though.
Not Star Trek.
Oh.
But they had like, they showed, I guess the captain was a Bajoran, it looked like, because she had the nose ridges, but not the earrings, so she wasn't, the religious Bajoran. Yeah, I'm nerding out here. Shush. But she had a choice, like she was talking, and you could pick it like you would a Take-Two game, or not Take-Two. Jeez, they're trying to sue for this too. We want the word Star. We own Star Trek.
And Trek.
Right. It sounds like Trek. We want that too.
We want to sue the universe and own it.
If you can misspell our word in a phone, we want that word too. It counts. So the game looks interesting. I need to find out what systems it's on. It didn't look like graphically super. Like it was, I would probably say this might be a cross generation. Like it's still PS4, Xbox One generation, PC. Hopefully with some enhancements on the newer consoles. If
Mm-hmm.
it's even on that, this could be PC for all I know only. They didn't say, or I didn't pay attention. So I don't know. How do you like Star Trek?
I am okay with it.
Do I need
I
to teach you? Do I need
no,
to coddle your love and bring it in and make you a Trekkie? I
I've
can.
seen the fourth movie specifically, and then some of the newer movies that came out. Um, the one that everyone hates, but I don't know.
I like. I I actually didn't have a problem with the JJ, you know, Kelvin timeline for those movies because they did the best nerdiest thing you could do, rebooted a series but gave it an actual in-universe legit canon reason to be a different timeline. And I was like,
Yeah,
you beautiful nerdy bastards, you did it. Because they were
it
like, hey,
it makes sense too.
we're going to make new movies and change it like this, but we've made sure that none of your stuff changes. You can keep going. And we're all like, oh, okay, cool. Like this is, we had the mirror universe. Now we have the the Kelvin universe. We're good. We're good.
Yeah, no, but like I would understand, terms and stuff, but yeah, I'm okay with Star Trek. I find it enjoyable, but not like super into it. But
Right.
yeah.
So, and most importantly, the biggest surprise of the entire showing is what Nintendo announced, which just blew my mind.
What was it?
Nothing. They didn't announce a damn thing.
Absolutely nothing.
Nothing at all. No games, no trailers. I think they had the little orchestra play some Metroid music once, apparently, I'm seeing, but nothing. Nintendo just was like, ha, deuces. Like, we're out. Bye.
But we just come to get the award and we leave now. Haha.
We got one award for Dread and then we walked away. I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of getting my hopes up. I was like, can we get a Breath of the Wild trailer? Can we get I was like, can we get a new Smash character? So that's not happening anymore.
No. I wouldn't wish that upon poor Sakurai. The man needs to retire already. Gosh.
Little
Love him, but
Sakurai died years ago and they just won't let him stop.
He needs to rest. Let the man rest, please.
He's gonna go into a cocoon like just come out of it later like a whole new creature. He's gonna look like Adam Warlock for the Nintendo world.
I had no expectations for the Game Awards. I think the only one that I always secretly hope for is any type of Silk Song news, but
I don't think that's ever going to happen.
I don't. Point. I think they all died because they have not said anything. Then their Twitter is like tormented. I think they're all dead. I don't know why. I don't wish it, but I think the Hollow Knight or Team Cherry has just. I think they were too good for this world, and they were just taken up or something. I don't know. It's like they were abducted.
Oh Lord.
Just give us something. Just.
So apparently, there was one last little announcement. This was not Nintendo related, honestly. The Matrix Awakens was announced and released today. It's a playable Unreal Engine 5 experience. So it's just like, hey, look, we make pretty engine, come play with demo, which can be fun. I've had a couple of those that are great. Some of them, like I remember the Spider-Man experience was just absolutely abysmal. Like at least this one's an engine demo. So it looks like it's kind of cool. But you can get it on PS5 and Xbox Series X and S, which I will be trying all three of them tonight. Why not?
Graphics comparison video.
Yeah, now that I can make them all work, why not? I don't know. I'm kind of curious. I want to see the new Matrix, but this could be cool.
Hey.
Yeah, that's what we get. So this has been a fun show. I think that's about all the news we have today. We don't really have a roundtable for this week, but I'm sure we can come up with one later. If we'd had time ahead of time, we could talk about our cartoons. Um, but just as a shout out to them, I was actually a guest yesterday. I think it's on Twitch, but it's going to be on YouTube, and then the audio podcast will be coming out I think next week. But I was on the Jump and Shoot podcast, which is their host Joey. You can find him on Twitter at Podcast Jump, and also the other guest Isaac, which is at Zenoger Vault. Had a really fun time with them, kind of guesting on another show. And Joey did say he would join us on our show at some point, which could be a fun discussion to bring him on. He was actually a lot of fun to talk with. So,
Well, good.
but we'll go ahead and let everybody know where you can find us on the internet. Caleb, I will let you go ahead and tag and brag about whatever you wish. You have 30
Gosh,
seconds.
oh no,
No, I'm
no,
kidding. I'm
not
kidding.
30 seconds. No, sorry, I have so much. Well, you can find me personally. Look for Strangely Entertaining on the YouTubes. I am there. I sort of show up. I'm kind of shadow banned, but if you look for specifically Strangely Entertaining on YouTube, that's my channel, and I'm there.
How did you get shadow banned?
Because I don't know. This is my life. I finally got over 100 subscribers, and I changed my URL, and it's still the same URL. So,
About to say, Caleb, you're like just this gentle child. Like, how do you get banned from anything?
I don't know. It's my life. Well, if you go watch my YouTube channel, you can watch me and my wife play through Subnautica, and that's quite fun. And then also I'm playing through Sekiro as highlight videos and stuff. And then you could find me on Twitch. Just look for twitch.tv// Strangely Entertaining, where sometimes I stream on Tuesday nights at around 7 o'clock sometimes. And then, of course, I'm on Twitter as well. Just look for @StrangelyInt, and that's me. And then my last thing that I have to push out is please do go look up Content Breaker on YouTube. That's the podcast, me, Iman, and two of my other friends, we do, and we talk about animation. So that's anime, cartoons, and old cartoons, and anything of that sort.
I want to suggest an episode. Like, have me on sometime, and I will give you guys a list of some of the cartoons or specific episodes I watched as a kid for you to watch. And then I want to see your experiences with them. Because a lot of them, I can find particular episodes on YouTube. So I could make you watch like 4 or 5 of my old cartoons. just to be the old guy messing with the kids. Like, I think that could be fun. If you ever want to.
Yeah.
I'm just getting around to everyone's podcast now if I can. I'm just assuming, yeah, he'll bring me on. He won't? What? Oh,
What?
He remembers. But I've been your host, Jeremy Powers. You can find me at Zenspath, Zenspath, over on Twitter. Also on Instagram. And then it's youtube.com/ZenspathCom. That's where I do my moving forward, which is moving FOREWORD, because it's a forward, like the forward of a book that they put in there before you read it. I record the openings of different games and put those online to preserve those for different types. You can also find me on Twitch at twitch.tv/Zenspath, where after I will play on occasion. I have no set schedule, but I play on sometimes. I'll put those over on YouTube for you to enjoy. So that's been episode 55 of the Zenspath 4-Button Podcast, and we are out.
Bye.
Peace. Bye-bye.